Assalamu alaikum, everyone. This is Shumail Sajid once again with IFP Connect, and today we are connecting with a very special guest, Isa Suleiman, someone who needs no introduction, captain of the national team, and he has been a rock solid at the back. And today he is joining us for a conversation. And welcome, Isa. And how are you?
Yeah, walaikum salam. I'm very good, alhamdulillah. Happy to be here talking with you.
Yeah, thank you. I hope you're doing good with the rehab with your injury, and inshallah, we will be soon seeing you in the national colors.
Yeah, inshallah. I obviously
Yeah.
missed the last game, but yeah, inshallah, the recovery is going well. So hopefully soon I will be back playing.
Yeah, hopefully, inshallah. Isa, starting with the first one, tell us something about your Pakistani roots and the circumstances and the time that you decided to join the Pakistani national team, and tell us something about your story.
Yeah, so obviously my grandparents were born in Pakistan, and then my parents and myself, I was born in England. I grew up in England, playing in England. I obviously played in the youth teams in England as well. And then it was just a couple of years ago when I was 24, I think 2 or 3 years ago now, that I decided to make the change and represent the national team. And yeah, it's been some good experiences so far.
Yeah, definitely, it is for us fans. It is too. And Isa, your career has taken you from the Aston Villa academy to many clubs in Portugal, Azerbaijan, and a few more in England as well. Uh, how do you see that exposure helping you in your career so far?
Yeah, it's been very good. I've been able to get a lot of different experiences. Like you said, I played in England throughout my youth career, and then moved over to Portugal. I had a small spell in Holland as well, and then
Yeah,
obviously now in Azerbaijan. So um, I've learned a lot. Obviously, first and foremost, off the pitch, to be able to move country without your family, and it teaches you so much. And then with the football as well, it's been a good journey so far. Having all of them experiences and being able to play in different countries and different styles of football, and it's been enjoyable.
yeah, definitely. And talking about something of your achievements, certainly you have won the under 19 Euro Championship with England, and you have played with some big names, including Trent Alexander-Arnold, Mason Mount, and Ricardo Quaresma as well in Portugal. So how has that exposure been helping you growing up as a professional, taking that experience to various clubs that you have played in, and then subsequently getting that exposure to Pakistan as well?
Yeah, it's definitely like you mentioned some of the names that I've been able to play with. Obviously, you pick up little things from everyone, and you try to add them into your own lifestyle and your own game. For example, when I was in Portugal, I was with, like you said, Ricardo Quaresma, and just to see how professional he was, getting in early to training and doing everything that he needed to do before training started, and then also after to keep himself right, because he was at the later stage of his career when I played with him, and you pick up them kind of things, so you try to take those little bits for yourself and see how you can implement them and improve.
Yeah, definitely. Uh, uh, you have definitely scored the opening goal in the under 19 final in 2017. Take us back to that moment, winning that trophy, scoring that goal. How big was that for you and definitely for your family and for your career as well?
Yeah, it was. It feels like a long time ago now. It was.
Yeah,
It was probably. I think it was 2017. So,
yeah,
but it's still very fresh in my memories. Like I've spoke about it many times. It's a proud moment for me, for my family. It's something that I'll always have to look back on, and especially to be able to score in the final as well is an amazing memory to have. And I think at that time it was a good period where like you mentioned in the previously, that I was able to play with the likes of these top players who have gone on to achieve such good things. And it was yeah, something that I won't forget, something that's always with me, and I always watch the highlights here and there as well, at times.
Yeah, just to like a boost you up. Is that part of your routine before going for the Pakistan games, just to get that feeling going into the games, or what?
No, no, not too much, to be honest. Yeah, the Pakistan setup is very different. But I've loved that as well so far. I was actually thinking I've only been away on 3 or 4 camps, not as much as the other boys, just because of injuries and other sorts of things. But um, I've loved it, to be honest. Of course, it's completely different to anything that I've ever experienced in terms of just everything, organization and everything. But it's been some good experiences. Obviously, we've not had many good results, but just to be able to go away and experience that. For example, the Cambodia game, even the SAF Cup when I first joined to play against India in India. These are the experiences why I joined the national team, to have those experiences, to try to help with my experience as well.
Yeah, definitely. Isa, I'll just take you a bit back to your youth days. You've definitely played for all the age groups in England, and you didn't make it to the national team, to the English team. Definitely, you made the switch. But reflecting back to Zish Rahman, in 2007, he made a statement that the Asian players, the South Asian especially players, they should stick to their roots and try to play for their respective countries instead of playing for England. Uh, like how difficult it was as a professional to cope up with the English football setup, and like definitely you achieved some big things in the youth setup. How disappointing was that, or how was that switch?
This podcast has been powered by Madon. Madon is a pickup app you can use to play football near you. To quickly go over some of its features, the Match tab will enlist all the relevant details for you, like the location and the time. Lineup tab में आपको confirmed players की list, उनकी peer-to-peer ratings और उनके individual statistics भी नजर आएंगे. You can use this tab to join the team. Ground tab में आपको pitch information भी मिल जाएगी. Head over to the Wall tab to interact with the team. The Medan app also has a create feature which you can use to book yourself a match anywhere and also to find yourself a team. The chat feature allows you to speak to other players. Your match stats can be found underneath the stats tab on your profile. हर मैच के बाद आपको एक पोस्ट मैच एनालिसिस का ऑप्शन मिलेगा जिसमें आप हर प्लेयर को रेट कर सकते हैं. Medan app also offers you benefits like cashbacks, and live bookings are set to be introduced soon. ये ऐप सिर्फ प्लेयर्स नहीं बल्कि ग्राउंड मैनेजर्स को भी cater करती है. They can use the Medan dashboard to schedule and keep track of matches. So what are you waiting for? Use the pickup app and find yourself a team, a slot, and go play football, even if your friends are too busy.
Yeah, to be honest, it wasn't a very disappointing thing or a big moment for me, because I was playing up until under 20s in England, and then, of course, to try to get into under 21s, even forget about the main team in England, just to get into under 21s, you need to be playing in the Premier League at one of the top teams. So the the talent is unbelievable in England, and the 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 percentage of people who get into that is very, very small. So it came to a
Yeah,
point when I was 24, I was obviously not going to play for England in the national team. So the chance came to represent Pakistan, which it probably wasn't there before. They'd approached me before, but it wasn't there because of bans and whatever.
yeah.
So when it was the right time, just before the SAF Cup, it felt like the right time, and it worked out perfectly for me.
Yeah, definitely. We are happy too that you have changed your national team to Pakistan. So you've got a very good player in our team as well. Isa, there has been a lot of debate about the diaspora players gelling in with the local players in Pakistan. Definitely, the local players are not getting much playing time here in Pakistan, and there has been a constant debate about how the diasporas fit in. Uh, I just want to ask about what is the team cohesion among the diasporas and the locals, and how is your approach as a captain to silence those critics, those who question about the diaspora's inclusion in the national team along with local players?
To be honest, I don't really pay attention to it, and I've never really seen it that way. I think maybe the first camp when I went away, which was the Mauritius camp, I might have felt a little bit, but that was normal because it was our first camp, first time meeting each other. It was probably a big change for everyone, but since then, since the next camp after that, and every single camp, the cohesion has been perfect. Especially when we go to Islamabad and the local players, they're taking us out and they're looking after us and making sure we're getting taken care of, and likewise, to be honest, we're bringing what we can as well to, for example, whatever questions they have or whatever help they need that we can help them with, then we try to do that. Whether that's on the pitch or off the pitch, or if it's just a bit of advice. But I think there's no problem within this group because, and also with the coach, he doesn't allow that to play a part. So yeah, there's no problems and no issues with that.
Yeah. Uh, Recently, we have achieved some big things in Pakistan football, definitely qualifying for the first time, getting that win against Cambodia. Personally, it would be a big thing for you as well. For us fans, it was something big too that we were making a comeback to the national team. We've played quite a few games after that, but haven't won anything. Definitely, we have played against some big guns of Asia during that time. And so definitely was a learning experience. But as a captain, how was your approach to those games and not getting the wins? A win would be a big statement against those teams, but still, how was your approach on taking on those oppositions and getting that exposure for the national team?
Yeah, it was obviously the Cambodia game was amazing to be able to win that and to set us up for to be able to play against that type of opposition in the qualifiers was incredible just for us to win that game. But of course we're not gonna stand a very good chance against them teams because the teams that we had, Saudi, Jordan, I think Tajikistan, they're top teams, so we're not really going to compete against them, if we're honest. But just to have those experience to play against that type of opposition with our team, and even just the experiences of playing in front of the crowds that we played against, the crowds that we played in front of, sorry, um, it was all learning for us, and it was all good for our group. But the only thing is that we've not been able to play against opposition who are sort of in and around us in this period, who are
Yeah.
sort of kind of same level as us, which would have been perfect, especially I think leading up to the last camp. Obviously, I wasn't there, but if we had chances to play against opposition that were in and around us, and after having those experiences of playing against Jordan and playing against Saudi, to to show that as a group we've improved and we've come a long way. But it's unfortunate that since the last camp in March, the last time we played was in June. So it's difficult to be able to see too much improvement and to have that constant progression. But in terms of those games in the qualifiers, they were regardless of the result, they were amazing experiences for us as a team to have that.
Yeah, definitely getting some results is always good, but as fans, we have also observed this thing and we have seen the team progress so much ever since the Pakistan football team came back off a ban and starting from the Four Nation Cup in Mauritius, then the SAF Cup, then subsequently the Cambodia game, then the World Cup qualifiers, and now into the Asian Cup qualifiers as well. So definitely there is always an improvement in the team, and likewise. There is always good to see our national team playing. Is a Pakistani players are not getting much playing time because of the lack of a league here in Pakistan. And definitely, you have played in some very good leagues all around the world. Uh, how has been that cultural difference in the team. Like definitely, once you get into the team, you're getting alongside players who haven't played regularly, and then there are players who have been playing regularly in European leagues. So how has been that cultural difference, talking from your point of view, uh, playing from all the major leagues in Europe and then coming to Pakistan where there is little to no football? So something about that.
Yeah, of course it's difficult, and you can't blame the players because it's not their fault that there's not a league and they're not getting the chance to play regular. So in terms of me, when I come and I definitely always understand that, and I try to be understanding of that and try to help as much as I can. In terms of me as a player, I like to talk and organize a lot. So that's something that I think I've noticed when I go away. I need to take that to another level because when you play regular in a league, you get more game understanding. You get more experiences in games where you know how to manage the game in certain situations, and you know which position you should be in certain situations, and stuff like that. And that only comes with playing regularly every week, and that's a big thing that a lot of players are missing out on. So it's difficult, but like I said, you can't blame them. We
Yeah,
have to sort that out, but it's something that everyone talks
yeah,
about, and nothing happens. So yeah, there's no point keep talking about it.
yeah, definitely. But we can hope with the elections coming soon, so we just can hope that things will move a bit ahead, and then we can see the players playing regularly. Isa, what is the biggest myth about Pakistan football that you want to debunk? That's an interesting one.
Biggest myth.
About Pakistan football that you want to debunk.
I think maybe the biggest myth was that nobody plays football in Pakistan. Everybody plays cricket,
Yeah,
which is not true. Of course, look at how many not just plays but loves football. Because look how we fill the stadium in Islamabad for our games, and how many people came to watch even during Ramadan. They came and
yeah,
they supported. So I think that's the biggest thing, that it's not just cricket. We have football, and people love football there.
yeah, definitely. One thing that you will agree with me is that the fans have been absolutely brilliant throughout this time for all the games that we have played in Pakistan. 26,000 against Saudi, 22,000 or 18,000 against Tajikistan, a big 10 or 11,000 against Jordan as well in Ramadan as well, and around 9,000 against Cambodia as well. And definitely, you have been bombarded by so many fans, even invading the pitches after the games. How has been how has been the fan interaction with you, and what has been the best fan moment playing for Pakistan?
Yeah, definitely. That's been the best part. I think ever from the moment that I decided to switch to play for Pakistan for the national team, I was just like bombarded with messages, as you said, and it's always been positive, regardless of the result and regardless of how we played. It's always been positive, and I was looking forward to playing in Islamabad against Cambodia because we hadn't played there for, I think it was what, 12 years before that.
Yeah,
And yeah, that was, I've said it before, it's probably one of the best experiences that I've had on the pitch. Um, Winning that game and experience that with the fans, with the team. Uh, so yeah, it's been amazing.
yeah, definitely. Isa, how do you see Pakistan football in the next 5 or 10 years?
It's difficult to say. It's difficult to say because, to be honest, I don't know what's going on, and obviously you hear about the elections and stuff like that, and I don't really know. All we can do is hope for change, hope for, like we spoke about, regular football
Yeah,
where we can improve, where we can play regular, where the local players can get minutes playing competitively. Um, that's what we can hope for. I don't know how that happens. I don't know who's in charge of making that happen, and how that moves forward. But that only benefits us as a national team because we have more players to choose from. And then obviously in the international windows, if there's no qualifiers or anything like that, then we need to be having friendlies regularly to be able to play as a team. That's the only thing that we can hope for.
Yeah, definitely. For the last few months, you've been battling an injury, and you're currently going through a rehab, and would be, inshallah, coming back soon. So how did these setbacks have shaped your career? And definitely, you are a very devout Muslim, alhamdulillah. And how has been Islam as a faith has been a positive thing and helpful to you in your journey so far?
Yeah, I think first of all, with having the good upbringing, alhamdulillah, with my parents and with my family to instill that in me, because it's difficult. It can be difficult when you move away from home at 19, 20 years old, when you're alone and when you have all the temptations out there. But alhamdulillah for that upbringing, and especially from my parents, to be able to go abroad and remain, try to be the best possible Muslim as I can. And it's definitely helped throughout my career in all situations. Like you mentioned, this season was probably the toughest season for me. I got injured a week before we had our first game, and that game would have been the Conference League playoff. So obviously that was very difficult to take, but alhamdulillah, like you said, we're Muslims. We understand that everything is already written, and we believe that Allah knows what is best for us. So it was just about, once that happened, finding out, okay, where I'm going to do the surgery, how long is it going to take me to recover, and then focusing on that. There's been many other setbacks during my career as well. I spent a lot of time at previous clubs where I weren't playing, when I wasn't in the team, and when I was on the bench. So those moments are also difficult, because as a player, you just want to play. So when you're facing them moments, it's difficult, but it's the main thing for us. Islam is the main thing. Football is, we love it and we enjoy it, and alhamdulillah, I'm in a blessed position to be able to do it professionally. But Islam comes first, and that gives us a good foundation for everything.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. That's quite good to hear. Isa, you're still in the prime of your career. Any unfulfilled dreams so far from your playing career?
I don't know about unfulfilled dreams. I think, no unfulfilled dreams, but I think now the dream is just to be back playing. That's the
Yeah.
that's the only thing that I'm thinking now, and I'm working for.
Yeah, one step at a time.
Yeah,
Inshallah.
exactly.
Inshallah, you will be soon back on the field, and hopefully, we will be soon seeing you in Islamabad as well against Myanmar in June as well. Isa, coming towards the end, a few rapid fire thoughts about a few questions that I'll put you through.
Okay.
So the first one is the funniest team in the Pakistan national team and their goofiest habit.
The funniest player.
Yeah, in the Pakistan team and their goofiest habit.
The funniest player is probably Ali Gujar.
Uh,
The goofiest habit, I don't know about the goofiest habit.
he seems quite a character.
Yeah, he is.
Definitely, he had a very good game as well against Syria. So he's the next one would be your favorite career moment so far. Quite a few to pick.
Yeah, winning the Euros under 19s, or the Cambodia game.
Your message to all the Pakistani football fans.
Yeah, my message to all the fans is, first of all, thank you for all the support that you've given me, given all the team. Stick with us. I think you can see there's progression with obviously the difficult circumstances that we're facing as well. But hopefully, inshallah, there's more good times to come, like the Cambodia game, where we can have those good experiences, and yeah, that's the message to the fans.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Isa. It was really good to have you with us today. and we wish you best of luck for your recovery. And inshallah, we would be seeing you very soon in the national colors in Islamabad and away, of course, away from home as well. And one thing is for sure, Pakistan fans would always be cheering you, no matter the result. We are very proud of having you as our captain, and inshallah, we would be shouting your name the loudest once you come back to Islamabad.
Yeah, no, thank you, brother, for the kind words, and yeah, inshallah, I can't wait.
Inshallah, inshallah.